Ayo review family, keep it high, keep it tight. My name is Jay Morris, the review guy, and I'm back to bring you another video. I hope you're just having the most amazing day in your little corner of the world. Today I'm going to be reviewing the third studio album by the Scottish synth-pop band CHVRCHES entitled Love Is Dead. So, CHVRCHES is a band that came out this decade that has been crafting very likable, very glistening synth-pop that is reminiscent of the 1980s with a lot more of a focus on production, making it sound more kind of updated and modern in comparison to some of that older material that maybe sounded a bit more raw or obviously didn't have some of the mixing that is available for today's audio engineers. So, CHVRCHES is a 3-member group, and right off the bat, okay, it's a 13-track affair, and it's 49 minutes, and when I've listened to this album about, I'd say 4 or 5 times in its entirety, and leading up to this review, there's been multiple points where I've wanted to record this video, but I wanted to kind of step back and think about this album more before I reviewed it, because there's some things about this that I really like, and there's some things that kind of off-put me. This is a bit of a mixed bag for me, because right off the bat, Lauren Mayberry's vocals are 100% the focal point of this band and this album in specific, because her vocals are just some of the best female vocals in pop, if you want to call it that. It's pop, but it's not like mainstream yet, anyway. I don't know how it is in like the UK where they are from, where they're from Scotland and all that, but as far as I know, it's not humongous here, like it's not like topping charts or anything, but CHVRCHES, Lauren's vocals carry CHVRCHES in my opinion. The synth pop and the instrumentals are very cute, very just glimmering, very high production, high value, and some of the synths that they put into their instrumentals and the little nuances within these electronic instrumentals are really nice. Don't get me wrong, they're really cute, they're very just uplifting. The mixing for the instrumentals are very good, and they always have been in CHVRCHES' entire discography. But in specifically, like this album, I feel like some of the instrumentals can get a bit repetitive, and that's not necessarily something that I felt on CHVRCHES' previous work. I think that the instrumentals, while they are really well-tailored and well-produced and fit the type of style of not only lyricism but vocalization that this band is going for, I think that they can get a little bit repetitive over these 13 tracks. And it's not, like I said, it's not something that I felt previously on any other album that CHVRCHES has done, so I don't know if this is just me, but I want to know if you guys feel like the instrumentals get a bit repetitive on this album, because for me at least they did. Now, on the side, there are some tracks like Get Out and like Graffiti that I know have so much hype built around them that I'm just not a big fan of. Get Out to me feels... That's my issue with this album, is a lot of the things on this album can feel repetitive. And while Lauren's vocals are just powerful, cute, vulnerable, and just carry these tracks, and while the instrumentals are bustling, while they are just plentiful of synths and stuff, I do think that a lot of these tracks tend to blend together as you're going through the track listing. And I don't know if that's the type of thing, like if they maybe should have just tweaked the instrumentals, or if it's something along the lines of maybe they could have taken out some of the tracks. I feel like they probably could have taken some of the tracks out, and it wouldn't have taken away from the main core value that this album was going for from the first part. And, I mean, it's still a really powerful album. And like I said, Lauren remains to be one of my favorite female vocalists in general. I think that she does a fantastic job on this album, as she always does. And I think that the members of the band do good. My favorite track is My Enemy, which features Matt, I'm wanting to say his last name is Berninger? Is it Berninger? From The National, the lead vocalist for The National. And I think that the contrast of his kind of rougher, lower octave and pitch vocals with Lauren's kind of higher vocals, I love her in the chorus, and I think he does a good job on the on the verses as well, but near the end where their vocals blend together, it was mixed great to where his vocals are a bit behind hers, and hers are kind of over the chorus, and his are in the background, and it's kind of the contrast of the rough and kind of the dark and light vocals that are mixing, and I like the lyricism on this track, and that's kind of something else that blends a little bit on this album is I feel like a lot of times the vocals, I mean not the vocals, the lyrics, they kind of run into the same type of things a lot of times, being used by someone, bad relationships, it's love, and while these are like aren't song topics that I am not like a fan of, like I'm not opposed to songs about these subjects. I feel like sometimes they could have been a bit better, but at the same time, the lyricism is still better than a lot of pop songs that you hear on the radio nowadays. And I'm not sure who does the songwriting. I think, if I remember correctly, reading somewhere that it was the 3 band members, Lauren, Ian, and Martin. I feel like the lyrics reflect the type of songs that are being written. And that's something that I can commend the album for, is I think that all of these tracks, they work together with what they're given very well. I think that the vocals, the lyrics, and the instrumentals and the mixing work together well to create each track. Like, nothing necessarily feels out of place, like it's playing rough against whatever else is in that composition that they're going for. So that's definitely, excuse me, that's definitely something good, something that I can commend. So I definitely enjoyed that. And overall, I do think this is a good album. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because there are some flaws in my opinion, but it's still a definitely above average and very enjoyable album. So if you are a fan of electronic music or synth pop, or you just want to dabble in something and try something out new, definitely check this one out. CHVRCHES Love is Dead. Go check it out. Sorry that this review came a bit late. I really just wanted to boil on these thoughts, and I feel like if you've listened to this whole thing, you will know that this is something I've listened to a lot because I have a lot to say, and I could literally talk about this album for as long as the runtime is. I could talk about this album for like 49 minutes, but I want to wrap it up. I don't want it to be too long, and that's my base level opinions. And I want to know what you guys think, so post in the comment section below what you thought of this album if you've listened to it, or you can go listen to it and come back. Be sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out a lot, and I will shout your channel out if you like, and comment down below in the description. I mean, not the description, the comment section, and all that good stuff. So I will talk to you guys next time. I hope you have a great day. My name is Jay Morse, Review Guy. I'm signing off saying farewell.